We wanted to know exactly what was going on up here, so last Monday we rented a van, covered up all the windows, and placed I-Team cameraman Greg Meyer inside that van with his video camera. At about 9:30 in the morning, we parked it right here, sitting just down the street from Mr. Rizzo's house. It should be noted that the van was parked on a public street in broad daylight. At no time did any of our people go on Mr. Rizzo's property. What you're looking at is what cameraman Meyer saw through the lens of the hidden I-Team camera that morning. Not much happened for about 3 hours. And then around noon, several police officers became suspicious of our vehicle. If you look closely, you can see some of them in the van's rear-view mirror. Now, in just a moment, we'll show you the unedited tape of exactly what happened when one of our I-Team members opened the truck door. But before we do, we want you to know that when the door was open, cameraman Meyer immediately handed over this official Philadelphia police press pass in order to clearly identify himself to everybody on the scene. And also remember, as you watch this, that Frank Rizzo is not a member of the Philadelphia Police Department, and this is supposed to be an official police matter. Here we go.
All right. Wait a minute. Let him identify himself.
That's enough.
What do you mean that's enough? We want to know who you are.
Who are you, sir? Can I have some identification?
Identification.
Come on out.
You ever come out holding your hands up like that, you'll get in trouble. We want to know who you are and what you're doing up here. Who is he? I thought it was somebody up here to hurt somebody.
We're up here for security, you know? Would have been a lot easier to stop and tell us you're here. We don't know. He's saying you have a dog in here, right?
You're a bunch of...
We could have shot you or something. We don't know.
Hold that. Take that thing out. Unhook it. Or I'll throw it out in the middle of the goddamn street. You turn that off.
It's on.
It's on. Well, it won't be on long.
It's
Won't be on long.
It's still on.
Let me tell you something. You know, I've been around a long time. And I just can't understand. It's all right. I'll pull another whack. Get out of here.
Ladies and gentlemen, there's nothing wrong with your TV set. It's just that Mr. Rizzo finally broke our equipment. Last Friday, I asked Police Commissioner Morton Solomon about this incident. And Mayor Rizzo, the former mayor of Philadelphia, after our cameraman had properly identified himself and the police officer at the scene read aloud Philadelphia press pass, Mayor Rizzo, holding the press pass in one hand, reached inside this truck, which we feel he had no right to do, sir, and ripped out the cables off of our recorder and damaged the camera and the cables and the recorder. You've never heard of this before? No one has informed you of this?
No, sir.
Well, that, in fact, is what happened. And 5 members of your department, sir, stood by and not only did nothing and took orders from the mayor, who was apparently in charge of this operation, but they were smiling and laughing at the same time.
Mm-hmm. I would like you to present these facts to our internal affair, and we'll be happy to investigate it and consult with the DA about the possible charges. Yesterday, while openly videotaping on Krefeld Street, we ran into Mr. Rizzo and tried to ask him about his actions last Monday.
Mayor Rizzo, Stan Borman from Channel 3 News. Could we,
How are you?
Fine, sir. How are you?
Good.
Could we talk with you for just a moment?
No, I'm busy.
You couldn't answer any of our questions?
I wouldn't talk to you under any condition.
Why is that, sir?
Forget it. Scram. Get out of here.
Sir, I understand
Now,
that
look,
these...
get away from me. I'm now a private citizen.
Yes,
you
sir.
get away from me.
We're allowed to be on the street, sir.
I don't want to talk to you. Get away from me.
How do you feel about the security guards being taken off of you, sir?
Get away from me or I'm going to throw you out in the middle of the street.
Sir, one more question.
I'm telling you, get away from me.
You were the symbol of law and order in Philadelphia, sir, for many years. People looked up to you and respected you.
Look, creep, get out of here.
How could you justify your actions at our cameras last Monday in front of your
get
house?
Out. You're a creep.
We're a member of the media. We'd like to have an answer to our question.
You're a creep.
Why did you attack our cameras, sir?
Get it all. Don't miss any of it. You're a creep. Get away from me.
Would you answer the question?
You know, you hide behind that press card.
I'm not hiding behind anything, sir. I just wanted to get some answers.
I'll tell you what to do. There's a gang of yous here. There's enough of you here. By myself, I'll take yous physically.
Well, I'm not asking you to take me physically.
Well, get away from me.
Well, sir, I'm on the public street. I should be authorized to be here.
I'll break it over your head. I'll break it over your head. Get away from me, you crumb. That's a challenge, except I'll put my dog away, and I'll come back. And you got 1, 2, 3, and I'll do it along with you. In that back of that fence, just the 3 of us, 4 of us, me and you. show you what kind of a man you are. You're less than a man. Okay? You're a crumb creep. And I wouldn't take that off of nobody. And there's 3 of you and I'm by myself. And when it's over, there'll be nothing to it. Win or lose, okay? But you don't have the courage. You're a real crumb bum. Put that on camera. You're a crumb bum, the 3 of yous. And I challenge you. You're a coward. You're a yellow sneak. And if you want to, now what I say, let's forget all the rules of this great country we live in. I will go back to that wall with the 3 of yous. Just me.
Mayor Rizzo,
you're a crumb creep coward. You can't take, you won't stand up to a man.
I'm standing up. We're not here to fight. We're here to get some answers to some questions. That's all.
I want to fight you.
Why is that?
Because you're a crumb creep lush coward.
You don't even know me, Mayor.
You are a lush. I can tell by looking at you. I was a cop all my life, and I know a lush when I see one, and you're a lush. You're going to have a hell of a story on that one. Play every word of it, crumb.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Well, this afternoon, Channel 3 station manager Bill Aber signed this official complaint with the police department against the officers who stood by and, as you saw, did literally nothing to restrain Mr. Rizzo from damaging our equipment. As you heard Police Commissioner Solomon say just a moment ago, any other charges will be up to him and the district attorney, Ed Rendell. One of the unfortunate aspects of all of this is that we have become the focus of this story. When it all started, we just wanted to know if your tax dollars were being properly spent for the continuing use of security guards for Mr. Rizzo. We still don't have the answer to that question. We do know, however, that 12 hours after our initial encounter with Rizzo, all police officers were pulled off the house. Commissioner Solomon insists that the timing was purely coincidental. A personal note now, if you will. When I walked over to the former mayor on the street yesterday, I was not looking for an invitation to duke it out, and I most certainly did not expect to be maligned and called a lush by Mr. Rizzo. All I wanted were some simple answers to some simple questions, and you saw what happened. By the way, we decided to play the entire interview with Mr. Rizzo unedited so we wouldn't be accused of tampering with the tape to show us in a better light or him in a less favorable light. You saw it exactly the way it went down, no more, no less. As far as Rizzo's charge that I have a drinking problem, I won't even dignify that with any answer.
You were there.
We do this right to make passion over it. That's right. He didn't my friends and friends.
About a minute more, and then we'll have you on, Sheriff. Sheriff, talk to us a little bit. First of all, react to these people who are out here to see you.
Very noisy. I can't talk to them.
They were just calling you a racist. What's your reaction to that?
Hey, they can't do anything else, so that's the word they use. But they follow me everywhere. I'm only doing my job.
And that is to do what, Sheriff?
The what?
And that is to do what?
Is to enforce all the laws, including the illegal immigration laws.
Talk to us a little bit about some of the misconceptions you had mentioned to me earlier about this new law, SB 1070 in Arizona.
Well, it's something we've been doing for 3 years. It just, people don't understand it. They don't understand it. They ought to read the law. We don't go around on a street corner and arrest people because they look like from another country. We don't do that.
And you think a lot of it is just miscommunication, or people who haven't read the actual bill?
A lot of miscommunication, a lot of hype, talking about boycotts and everything else. I'm not telling anybody to boycott Las Vegas. We do arrest a lot of people coming through my county heading for Las Vegas.
Well,
she left. She raises kids now.
Did that work out?
So you moved here?
I just moved here like